Well, last episode was called Final Battle, you liars. Now it's this episode, to destroy and to save. So, I wonder what they're going to destroy / save.
Well, that's basically what they said the nitric acid could do.
Well, I guess the whole no casualties memo is off the deal. So.
Well, I mean, I don't think Ukyo's dead, but he's passed out right now, and when he wakes up, he'll just be like,
I just don't see what they're doing.
God!
If they don't kill this dude's going to murder everybody. So
Basically.
one casualty versus 50.
Yeah, that's a hell of a... Yeah, that's a bit much.
He gets the electric chair. How about that? We'll compromise.
Yeah.
Zap.
Just like, okay, hey, Tsukasa, if we leave you alone on this island here for you to literally do whatever the hell you want...
I just see his freaking scientific explanation as they have Tsukasa locked up in a cell somewhere, and he's just like, and here it is. We've invented it now.
Well, they make like a giant...
The stone world's very first electric chair.
Just like a big Faraday cage. Just like, come and get me.
Come on, come and get me. Yeah. Jesus. That'd be a bit much. But I'm interested to see, like, how the Kingdom of Science is going to come out of this one, because, you know, they're in kind of a bad situation with Hyoga and Tsukasa being the beasts that they are.
I'd be Jimmy Buffett in that situation.
Wasting away in Margaritaville?
Oh, I'll be the temple boss. I'll be away for a minute. Bought a boat and I sailed off in it. No.
Yeah.
I'll be gone.
I'd be like Hank Williams, be like, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here.
Yo was like, yeah, tell him I'm dead. See ya.
He really did have probably the smartest plan. He's just like, show him I'm dead. Peace. You know?
God, he had the right idea.
I feel like he'll probably show back up and ask to be on Senku's set at some point.
Maybe. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'd want him, because he seems like kind of an abusive asshole.
We'll come across him 3 seasons later, and he'll just be the weird hermit out in the woods.
He'll just be like, huh, you know, I've learned something. Abusing prisoners is bad. And killing people for instead of letting the justice system do its part is also bad. You know, I'm a reformed human being. You're not invited. Okay, fine. Yeah.
I'm going to go back to my hut and skin some squirrels.
Oh.
Eat some bacon.
Yum.
Squirrel bacon.
Ooh. Yum. No.
It's actually really good.
I've never had squirrel bacon.
Tastes like real bacon.
I'll believe it when...
Doesn't make sense.
Never mind. I don't want to taste it. Anyway, let's get into this episode. Here we go.
This is siege warfare. If we can buy even a little bit of time, then...
Ah!
But in case you forgot, we're out of chemicals and stuff. There's no way. Run, scientist! On it!
In this primitive stone world, the winner will be decided by
the force granted to humanity by nature. Strength.
the fruit of humanity's endless efforts. Science!
Wonder what he's going to do with that double-sided dropper.
Alright, it just made me want to do this really bad.
This is the final battle! We have to defend the miracle!
You said that last episode.
We're a jittly out of everything now.
Are we, though?
Focus, Chrome! Get over here and help us, would you?
Look, he's probably got some ideas. Leave him be.
Your trust in him's X-nay level.
Keep him surrounded, but maintain distance!
So what if it's got a little bit of
We
dirt
don't
in
want to
there?
face Suka
Yeah.
and Shoga in a head-on fight.
Oh man, they're like the ultimate tag team! For real! And they're both unstoppable on their own!
Damn.
You guys!
At the very least, that maybe
Alright,
saved
let's
somebody
go!
from getting killed just now. So if he flipped out of that circle, he's probably going to kill somebody standing on the edge of it.
Yeah.
So you want me to mix this snake or lizard poop or whatever in here?
Nitric acid plus urea makes urea nitrate. It's not the most effective weapon, but it's better than nothing.
Oh, I remember now. I've said this before, Senku, but your luck of the draw pretty consistently. Ely Ray Uxe.
Yeah.
Looks like they've distracted him and triangulated. They're more capable than I expected. Still, I'm sure Tsukasa won't have any trouble dealing with them.
Damn. Ow.
Be able to just punch magma away like that's pretty freaking crazy.
Well, he kicked him. Kicked him in the, noggin.
You got any sulfurina?
I definitely wouldn't have
Ah!
that stuff on
There's
me.
there's some out there on the
Not to
battlefield.
carry around anything that dangerous.
I've got it. Sulfuric acid.
Whoa, Chrome! Where the heck did you find that?
What? Did you forget already? It's from our opening volley.
And we'll throw this in to top it off.
Huh?
It's chock full of glycerin.
Oh, the soap. Well, it acts as a lubricant. It acts as
One of
a.
the first science items I showed.
It acts as like something to sterilize.
It's a lifesaver in a world without doctors. You can call it Dr. Stone.
Roll
Battle
credits.
started out with soap, and it looks like now soap is gonna be what ends it.
This is just the thing I was after.
Ah, it's
Even
exactly
if you
what
stab me
she's.
with it,
Exactly what she's
I'm
wanting to
still
do.
Not letting go. Hyuga, without your precious weapon, you're powerless.
My spare. You can keep that one.
What's this yellow liquid?
It has a really sweet smell to it.
Does your head hurt too?
Shh! Don't even breathe. One little drop of this stuff makes a big boom. We'd all be beyond death.
Nitroglycerin.
This is nitroglycerin.
I knew it.
Nitro!
So I should say, don't you dare try this at home, kids.
Nobody's going to try this. Hang on! You're planning on blowing them all up?
No, you
Overestimate
idiot.
people's intelligence.
Uh-oh.
Ah! No, you don't! I won't let you get near Senku!
What?
Whoa!
Paper plane?
Paper airplane.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tsukasa!
I thought that was a
This
real
isn't
plane
battle
for a second. I was about to be
between
like, excuse
strength and
me?
Yeah.
There's a word you know that came straight from the ancient Greek word for power. And that's dynamite.
That'll turn some heads. Anyone else?
Just questioning how the explosion's gonna make everything
Whoa,
immediately
what's
stop.
If someone got caught in that blast, they'd be gone in an instant.
The kingdom of science
I love
has
Chrome
just
back there just
acquired
like,
the amazingly dynamic power of dynamite. It has the overall blasting force of 10 billion megaton joules.
They don't have a chance.
Hey!
More accurate than paper planes. How about dynamite arrows?
Ukyo!
Oh, wow. Magnificent.
Ah, yes, we won!
The war's actually over!
We may have won the battle, but the war's not over quite yet.
Yes, we can't avoid this new weapon of yours. But still, an explosion would mean collateral damage. Your own villagers would get hurt.
Well, well. Kinda looks like both of us are stuck, huh? It's a classic stalemate situation.
Obviously, this is all going according to your design.
You said you first met Tsukasa on the set of some kind of television special.
Huh? Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
The whole thing doesn't really add up, does it? This guy could have anything he wanted, but his big goal in the stone world is building a society free from the rich and corrupt.
A fair point. Making a ton of money seemed like such an obvious and natural thing to want that I never had a second thought about it.
You needed the money for what exactly? Or rather, for whom? She's still alive, isn't she? I'm talking about your sister.
That's why he. Oh. So he threw himself into his craft. Yeah. That's the thing. Those who truly have something worth fighting for are going to fight 1,000 times harder than those who are in it just to, just for the thrill.
We might be able to heal her. Because the revival fluid has a residual healing effect. I can't promise it'll work, but it's the only chance she's got.
That's right, Tsukasa! And don't forget that we were able to fix Senku's neck after you broke it!
By the way, as for that revival fluid...
Oh yeah! We just happen to have control of all of it.
Scumbag.
Of course. Okay. So they won. Like, legit.
Except for Hyoga.
Oh, that's right, because... Oh, there he is.
Yeah. It's just when he took his mask off and he had the crazy mouth cracks and stuff, and he was just like magnificent. Like, that was just an evil sounding like thing right there.
I'm worried that he'll like.
I think he's like supposed to be setting up to become the new antagonist.
New main.
Maybe because he's way more cold-hearted than Tsukasa is.
Yeah.
Well,
even though Tsukasa is like obviously the main protagonist, he's also very smart.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he's been the person that we've hated because he killed Senku, and then because of the them using the fluid on the piece on his neck, he was able to be revived.
He could become basically the new Vegeta.
What? Yeah, because he could be. He could if he does make a character turnaround.
Dude, that'd be awesome. They'd be very powerful then.
But again, because of that fragile, imagine it doesn't work for his little sister.
Yeah,
that's what would break him and make him like go off the deep end hard. Because I think that was one thing he was always holding out hope for, and wanting to build a better world so that she wouldn't be in a situation. But the thing is, now that because I can also see why he would not be as trusting of science either, because science couldn't save his sister.
Mm-hmm.
It never could.
Well, yeah, medical miracles happen when you got money.
Exactly.
So I see that's why he's fighting against the establishment of
the
rich versus the poor, and instead of the strong-willed,
Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue this.
Why would a good guy break the statues? That's the biggest jerk move.
The biggest jerk move. You're not wrong about that, Taiju. I guess you can be pretty untblay when you feel the need, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like some of these folks ended up drifting a ways away.
I guess we just need to dig them all up then, huh? We can mine them out with dynamite.
No, that's a really bad idea!
Won't that just destroy them in the process?
Don't worry. It's only to break up the hard bedrock. And if a couple of them happen to get blown up by accident, oh well. We'll just glue them back together, won't we?
There's still no guarantee that works, Senku.
Don't.
Senku, you blew apart my sister.
Nobel invented dynamite. Indestructive power of dynamite.
Yes.
To dig, so we can save lives. And eventually, all of humanity.
Is that her? There she is. Well, there we are. Damn.
Damn, that's pretty good episode. I'm kind of glad it twisted that way. The way they didn't just I don't know. I was beginning to run out of roads there for a second. I was like, which way are they gonna go?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. And then when he put the fluid, when I saw the fluid on the paper, I was just like, wait a second.
And if he does end up saving her, and then somehow be able to miracle cure her after that, whatever, he would be in such debt to Senku that I don't think he would start any wars after that.
One can hope, man. One can hope.
Yeah.
I mean,
depends on if, at this point they're expecting Senku to be a miracle worker. So,
which I mean, kind of is.
It kind of is, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to deny the fact that the dude is, works in the ways of miracles that are practical. Practical miracles.
He was able to cure that pneumonia. So
when they first threw that plane over, like I thought it was a real fucking plane for a second. I thought the series was about to take a hard left all of a sudden.
Like,
oh shit! And then all of a sudden it's like paper planes. Like, okay.
Oh, okay.
The space
It's
marines
like what
are here.
would the what would the consequences be of like, oh, there's a military fucking stealth plane flying overhead
all of a sudden Germany,
where'd that
Germany
come
was not
from?
affected
Who's
by
still
the
alive?
shit. They got
Who's
like
flying a
fucking
plane?
Germany was the one that did it, and all of a sudden it's like, it is the allies of the Fourth Reich!
Oh no! You got fucking
They had
drop
like an
ships.
enemy of my enemy is my friend type thing when they realized that like there was actually a government that survived the whole thing because they did it, and they all
So
have to
that's
fight
one of the
together
things I'm
against
more
them.
curious about is literally what happened, who caused it, and who's responsible.
Yeah.
And
Same
are
way.
they alive or are they dead? Or are they alive hiding in bunkers somewhere underneath the fucking Ukrainian border somewhere? You know, it's kind of like, I don't know about
feel
that.
like it's gonna,
'Cause I feel
like-
like that could be the ultimate protagonist.
Yeah, or
That could be
the ultimate
protagonist
yeah.
because they'd have modern weapons.
You mean
and all that
antagonist?
stuff.
Antagonist. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
But
I called Tsukasa a protagonist.
it's okay, man. I know what you were talking about though. But in terms of the antagonist being much in truth, I think it's in some parts great that we have an unknown as the primary antagonist of this whole situation, because
I think it's great too.
Well, the fear of the unknown is often like, is it a government? Is it something? Was it a mad scientist?
If they just give
who
you
just
little
went
hints
crazy
here and there that really add up, they'd be like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
Or was it literally just like a scientific like accident that happened somewhere that nobody was expecting?
So
to actually
if they
have
have
that
the
effect?
steam engine now, that it means once they get to like petroleum in the combustion engine, they can pull a Wright brothers and pull some.
They could
airplanes.
I mean,
and bombers
aerodynamics. Also,
One
they
of the
could
reasons
conquer
that
the
I
sea.
think it's going to be left up to mystery, though, is that they are doing like so much science in the show and everything, and trying to stick with like the way things actually work. But this big pulse that turns the entire world to stone is purely science fiction. Like, there's no way something like that could be a real thing.
No.
So clearly, like, it would make a little more sense with them trying to stick to their science stuff if they just never found out and it was left up to a mystery. Because otherwise, you have to be like, some sort of like believable sounding scientific explanation as to how that could actually happen if you're going to reveal it,
Yeah.
That's
Which there
true.
probably is none that would actually be believable. So.
Not really.
That's the border of science fiction to make a science show fun.
Oh yeah.
It's always pushing the boundaries, just like Star Trek did back in the 70s. It's like none of that shit existed back then, and people think it was impossible. But now we're getting to where like, okay, a lot of the shit is possible. So
That's why I really like whenever they do science fiction stuff and write in like some explanations as to like how their technology is.
yeah, how they think it could work.
Yeah, how they think it could work. Like
Mass
one of my
Effect does a
favorite
good job
things
of that,
was
too.
Yeah, it's like Roan and his
Roan's
explanations
deep
of
into that
his.
shit.
even though I've never played many of the games or any of the games like past the first several hours, I was really impressed by the idea in the first Mass Effect game where they explained why you have infinite ammo by the idea that there's like a block of metal in the gun and the computer like shaves off a tiny piece and propels it out kind of like a railgun style.
Yeah.
It goes so
and
fast that it's
does it like it does the calculations and does it based off of what target it needs to hit and what damage it needs to inflict. And like therefore it can shave off so many chunks that your ammo is like essentially infinite. You don't really have to reload it.
And I like it when they explain it just like throughout instead of focusing on it like entirely, because they can kind of show it through the works of it. And that's how Star Wars got such a massive fan base, because everybody's like, let's see if this is possible. Now, have you seen the videos of all the lightsabers that's came out?
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot of lightsabers come out.
Well, there's the whole thing with the show don't tell in terms of stuff in terms of science fiction. For instance, that was one of the biggest complaints about The Last Jedi versus The Mandalorian. In The Mandalorian, they show things instead of going through the effort of explaining it, because the fandom is ready to accept this And if they're wanting to know the more fine details, they can look it up. But there's things, and it's a fine line. There's a balance of it. You see, there's things that if you explain, okay, it'll have more of an effect. But if there's stuff you just show, instead of just like wasting time, with exposition and all that, it can actually like work a lot better that way. It's weird, man. I've looked into it, and it varies from thing to thing. But yeah, anyway, I guess Tsukasa is on a little bit of a redemption arc, and hopefully Senku will be able to help his sister. And if that happens, then I guess Tsukasa may go down a path where he redeems himself.
Because he's like, as of right now, my goals remain the same, but it's like, once he sees his sister wake up and talk to him again, he might be like,
he might
I can't
change.
Really.
Or is she,
how am I going to keep shitting on the Kingdom of Science?
Yeah, well, if she comes back to consciousness, whatever, I guarantee it, she won't have the same goals as he does.
Absolutely
she
not.
Would stop him, and that would be the turning point for him.
That would be his balance.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see the rest of it.
And then I think Hyoga's probably set up at this point to be a secondary villain, or to be the new main villain, rather. He was a secondary villain at first, and now he's going to be the new main villain, probably.
Well, they got a new
he just seems a little bit unhinged.
Yeah, and I think.
Plus, they have to obviously, like, at some point, probably it's going to get out that, like, oh yeah, he is responsible for killing the guys, basically, that were in the gas field, and that's going to piss Tsukasa off at him. Not to mention, like, the rest of the people from the Tsukasa tribe.
And I think that's one thing Tsukasa is going to realize is just like, I've been lied to. And this man whom I trusted as my number 2 has lied to me.
Oh, Tsukasa will kill his ass.
And I think he'll try to, but I think Senku
one of
and
the
Yukio
things
will
is
stop
like
him.
you said the pink girl was with him whenever that happened, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, they still got her captured back at the base, so they're probably going to go let her go after all this, and she's going to probably be like,
Yeah.
Be like, I just wanted y'all to know that this guy's
a bit of a dick.
And kind of a murderer, yeah.
Murdering piece of shit. Just the basics. God. So, this is a good one. I like this episode. It went a way I didn't expect, but yeah, I liked it. So, this was To Destroy and to Save, Dr. Stone, Season 2, Episode 9.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully we will see you all in the next one. So I guess until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out.